Welcome to Algebra. This is section 1.8 and it's part 2, so there is no vocabulary to go over. So we're on page 33 and we're doing written exercises 1 to 54. So you need to get your paper ready and your books open to page 33. Heading, check it, math, room number, full name, full date. Skip a line, the title is page 33, written 1 to 54. Papers folded in half. So we're on problem number 2, and the directions say write a number to represent each situation, then give the opposite of that situation and write another number to represent that. So number 2, 2 rooms to the right. The direction of right always indicates a positive number, so that would be 2. And the opposite of that situation would be, write in words, 2 rooms to the left, which would be negative 2. Number 4, 9 degrees below freezing. So 9 degrees below 0, that would be on a thermometer, that would be negative. So it would be negative 9. And the opposite of 9 degrees below freezing would be 9 degrees above freezing. Freezing being 0 degrees. So that would be a positive 9. Number 6, 4 losses. Losses are a negative amount, so that would be negative 4. The opposite of 4 losses would be 4 wins, which would be positive 4. Number 8, a latitude of 41 degrees north. North is going up, so that would be a positive 41. The opposite of latitude of 41 degrees north would be a latitude of 41 degrees south. And that would be negative 41. Number 10, a bank withdrawal of $25. If you take out $25, you're reducing the amount in there, so that would be a negative. The opposite of withdrawal is a deposit of $25. And that would be a positive amount, so we put positive 25. Problem number 12, 3 bonus points. That would be adding something to a score, so that's a positive 3. The opposite of 3 bonus point would be 3 penalty points. That would be taking away, so that would be negative 3. 14, 10 pounds lost. That's a decrease, that's negative 10. The opposite would be 10 pounds gained, which would be a positive 3. Positive 10. Turn the page, and the directions say translate each statement into symbols. So 16 says negative 11. So we would write negative 11 is less than, the less than symbol, negative 1. 18, 10 is greater than 7. 10, greater than symbol, 7. 20, 0 is greater than 7, greater than sign, negative 3/10, negative 3 over 10. Or you could use 0.3, just use 2 lines for a fraction if you decide to use the fraction. And 22, I'm skipping a line, 1/8 is equals, 1/8 is less than 1/7. 2 lines for the fractions. The next set of problems list the letters of the points whose coordinates are given. So again, I copied the number line down, and you do not have to. Number 24, we have -4 and -5. So -4 is P, and -5 is M. Excuse me. Let's do that one again. We have -5 and 4. -5 is M, and 4 is V, so MV. Number 26, the two numbers, our coordinates are -6 and 8. -6 is A, and 8 is G. Number 28, the coordinates are 1, -1, -1, and 1/2. And we want the points for that. So 1 is H, -1 is D, and -1.5 is halfway between -1 and -2, and that's letter B. Problem number 30, we have -8, -7, and -7 and 1/2. -8, the point for -8 is A, excuse me, S. -8 is right here, and that's S. Keeps moving up. And -7 is Z, right here, and -7.5 -7.5 is, they have Y down for that. I'm sorry, it's +7.5, and that would be Y. So it's going to be Z for the -7 and Y for the +7.5. So Z and Y. And then the last part, well, the next part, they want you to give two inequalities, one with greater than and one with less than, for the coordinates of the points shown in color. So if you look at 32, they have red dots at -3 and 0. So you need to come up with two statements, one using greater than, one with less than. I'm going to start with the less than. -3 is less than 0. And the other one is 0 is greater than -3. On 34, they have a point at -2 and 2. So -2 lies to the left, so it's less than 2. Now we want the greater than sign. Since 2 is to the right of -2, 2 is greater than -2. 36, they have a point at -1/2 and 1/2. Our -0.5 is less than 0.5. Now the greater than, 0.5 is to the right of -0.5. You can use the half if you wish. 38, we have a point between -1 and 2 halfway, so that's -1.5 or -1.5 is less than, and the second one is between 2 and 3, so halfway, so less than 2.5. Turn it around, 2.5 has to be greater than -1.5. The next part, complete using one of the symbols less than or greater than to make a true statement. So problem number 40. 0 is what to negative 5? The answer would be, copy the original problem down. So 0 would be to the right of negative 5, so it would be greater than. 42, 8 minus 7 is 1. So 1 to negative 1, all positive numbers are greater than negative, so 1 is greater than negative 1. 44, 0 times 0 is 0. 0 lies to the left of 1. 46, negative 2/5 is what to negative 1/5? Well, negative 2/5 is 2/5 to the left of 0, whereas negative 1/5 is only one space to the left. So this is further to the left, so it's less than. And the very last part, you are to draw a number line and then graph the numbers given and use a separate number line for each one, and then list the numbers in increasing order. If we just list the numbers underneath, we'll be fine. So looking at number 48, they give us negative 3, negative 3, 6, and negative 6. So we need to go to negative 6 and 6. So mark your number line. Try to space evenly. So 3, we put a point at 3. We're going to circle it. Excuse me, negative 3 and 3. And then 6 and negative 6. If you look at the circled numbers, they're in order from the least to the greatest. Negative 6, negative 3, 3, and 6. So that's how we could do it and follow their directions. Number 50. The smallest number there is negative 2, and the largest is 0. So we need to have 0, 1, 2. And the first number is negative 1, a negative 2. Negative 1.5 is halfway between, and 0. And that's all the numbers, and we actually have them in order from the least to the greatest. There's a negative 2, negative 1.5, negative 1, and 0. 52, the smallest number is negative 3, the largest is 0. So a point at negative 3. Negative 1 and 2/3 is, here's negative 1, 2/3 more would be here. So that's a negative 1 and 2/3. Then we have negative 1/3, 1/3 to the left of 0. And we have 0. So circle the numbers. Negative 3 is the least, then negative 1 and 2/3, 1/3. Negative 1/3 and 0. And the last problem, 54. We have the largest number is 10/3, which is 3 1/3, and the smallest number is negative 2/3, which is just about negative 1. So here's 0, here's negative 1. And we have 1, 2, we said the largest number was 10/3, which is 3 1/3, so we need to go to 4. 5/3 is 1 and 2/3. So here's 1 and 2/3 more. Here's 5/3. 10 is 3 and 1/3. 10/3 is 3 and 1/3. Two-thirds, 1, 2. And then negative 2/3, here's a negative 1/3, here's a negative 2/3. And the circled ones we have the numbers from the least to the greatest. And that concludes the evens. Be sure and ask for help on any of the odds as you need them.